Lil Iguana presents First Day of School. Stay tuned after this episode for a fun song related to the story.
1, 2, 3, 4. Do you wanna come and play? We'll learn to do what's safe for you, the Lil Iguana way. We'll be dancing, we'll be singing, and telling stories too. There's so much to learn with all our friends, and Lil Iguana too. There's so much to learn with all our friends, and Lil Iguana too.
Lil Iguana woke up to the sun peeking through his curtains. He pulled a pillow over his face and rolled over to go back to sleep. Suddenly, he remembered.
It's the first day of school!
He opened his eyes wide, jumped out of bed, and ran down the hallway. He flung open the door to CK and Allie's bedroom and started cheering.
First day of school! It's the first day of school!
His sisters slowly sat up in bed and started to stretch. Lil Iguana opened the curtains and the sunshine poured into the room. CK yawned and Allie slumped over in bed.
Time to get excited for the first day of school!
The sisters did not show the same enthusiasm and started to shuffle to the bathroom to get ready. The smell of pancakes drifted into the hallway, and Lil Iguana ran downstairs to find Mama Iguana in the kitchen.
First day of school! It's the first day of school!
Mama Iguana was busy making breakfast, and Lil Iguana's dad was packing the lunch boxes. The parents gave Lil Iguana a big hug and were happy to see he was excited for his first day back. "You have to go to school soon," said Mama Iguana. "Get dressed and brush your teeth so we can all have breakfast together before you have to leave." Lil Iguana sprang back up the stairs to his bedroom. He couldn't contain his emotions and was looking forward to seeing all his friends and sharing stories about his summer. He opened up his dresser to find something fun to wear. He got dressed and then hurried over to the bathroom to brush his teeth. He counted to 100 in his head while brushing his teeth and then went back downstairs to have breakfast. When he got to the kitchen, Allie and CK were busy packing their backpacks. "Allie, don't forget your pencil case. CK, remember to pack your new pencils." Mama Iguana was helping the girls get ready.
All set, Mom!
The girls responded together. Everyone sat at the table to have breakfast. Mama Iguana had made pancakes to celebrate the first day of school. Lil Iguana put a big pile of strawberries on top, and the sisters topped theirs with chocolate chips and bananas.
Yum, these are so good, Mama!
Said Lil Iguana.
Yeah, thank you for the pancakes!
Said CK. The siblings ate their pancakes and talked about what they thought would happen on their first day of school.
I hope we get a lot of time for recess,
said Allie. Remember to pay attention during class, reminded their dad. Over the summer, Mama Iguana practiced walking with the kids to school. She showed them what sidewalks to take and what crosswalks to use. Lil Iguana and his siblings were older now, and Mama Iguana said they could walk to school with each other as buddies this year. She knew they would be safe if they stayed together and followed the route she showed them. As the older brother, Lil Iguana was ready to act as leader and help his sisters walk to school safely. He remembered the path that Mama Iguana had practiced with them over and over again. "You will do great." Mama Iguana gave him a big hug. "Have the best first day of school." The siblings grabbed their backpacks and lunchboxes and walked out the door. Allie ran back in to grab her soccer ball.
Maybe my new friends can play soccer with me during recess.
She tried to juggle her lunchbox in one hand and her soccer ball in the other. At the end of the driveway, they all turned back and waved to their parents in the doorway. On the way to school, Lil Iguana and his sisters talked about what their new teachers would be like.
I wonder who I'll get for a teacher this year,
said CK.
I hope they're nice.
Before they knew it, the trio found themselves at the end of the road.
Okay, now it's time to cross the street at the crosswalk, just like Mama showed us.
The siblings waited for the walk signal to tell them it was safe to cross. They looked left, right, then left again to make sure there weren't any cars or bikes coming. Then they held hands and walked across the street. When they got to the other side of the street, CK pointed to a dirt path in the woods.
Hey, I think this is a shortcut to school. We should try it.
Lil Iguana felt a weird feeling in his stomach. Mama Iguana didn't show them this path, and it wasn't what they practiced. Lil Iguana wanted to call a wisdom keeper to ask for help. Together, the siblings held hands and sang,
Listen with your ears, look with your eyes, then ask for help from someone who's wise.
By Tree came to life as a wisdom keeper. How can I help? Lil Iguana explained that they think they found a shortcut, but were not sure if the siblings should take it. The wisdom keeper talked about how it's always important to get permission first whenever you want to go somewhere or do something. You should always make sure it's okay. CK, do you remember when you practiced with Mama Iguana? Did she show you this path? CK thought about it and remembered Mama Iguana told them to follow what they had practiced and not to take shortcuts.
It's good to seek out wisdom to keep us safe. Let's stay on the sidewalk. We're almost there.
As the siblings approached the school, they saw their friends on the playground. Allie was still holding her soccer ball tight under her arm and her lunchbox in the other hand. She tried to wave to her friends with just her hand, but the soccer ball wiggled out of her arm and bounced across the street. Allie started to run after the ball.
No, Allie!
Lil Iguana put out his hands to stop her. Just then, a car drove by them. The siblings let out a sigh of relief that everyone was safe. Lil Iguana noticed their neighbor Henny talking to a group of teachers.
Excuse me, could you help us get our ball, please?
Henny greeted the siblings. Are you all excited for the first day of school? I can help you get the ball. You did the right thing by asking an adult for help. Henny walked to the edge of the sidewalk. She looked left, right, then left again to make sure it was safe to cross. Henny picked up the ball and looked left, right, then left again before crossing back to the kids. Allie thanked Henny and gave her siblings a big hug and then ran off to show her friends the soccer ball. CK waved to Lil Iguana as she went to the slide. Lil Iguana felt proud he was able to get his sisters to school safely.
Hey, Lil Iguana!
Shouted Arturo on the playground. Arturo, along with friends Kelvin and Jags, were waiting for Lil Iguana at the swings. Lil Iguana ran over excited to start a very special first day of school. The end. Thanks for listening. Now let's learn more about the lesson from this story. Stop, and then look out. Before crossing the street, always look left, right, then left again to make sure no cars are coming and it is safe to cross. Be sure to hold your parents' or buddy's hand as you cross the street. If you can find one, you should use a crosswalk to cross the street. That way, cars know to look out for people crossing the street and it is safer. You should never chase after a ball that goes into the street. First, you need to look left, right, left again, then you can go pick up the ball. Once you pick up the ball, don't just turn and run back. You need to look left, right, then left again to make sure no cars are coming. Then you can cross the street and go back to playing.
Another day. much to see, so much to say. You gotta keep your eyes open and stay out of harm's way. Playing some ball, we're having a good time. The ball gets past you like it might do. The ball is rolling, rolling out in the street. You wanna chase it, but don't you move your feet until you stop and then look out. 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 The world is big and moves so fast. You gotta be careful so the fun can last. It's easy to do for me and you. It just takes a second and there's nothing to it. You gotta look left, look left. You gotta look right, look right. You gotta hold tight until it's alright, alright. You can wait for the light or read the signs or hold someone's hand and walk between the lines. You gotta be smart when you're crossing the street. You might wanna run, but don't you move your feet until you stop and then look out. Stop and then look out. Stop and then look out. Stop and then look out.
Break it down now.
You're on your skateboard, you're on your bike. You're at the train tracks, but there's no train in sight. The lights are flashing and the bells are ringing. Stop where you're at, 'cause everybody's singing.